ducking you?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Okay.
There's two things that are happening here. Either somebody messed up in paperwork or in communication or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys, or Floyd Mayweather is trying to scam Netflix. That is the only two things that can be possible here.
Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business, but this is like as high as it gets on the ladder of doing bad business.
Manny Pacquiao mocked reports about Floyd Mayweather Jr. facing a $100 million Netflix penalty, saying it's time he stops running from issues. He urged him to act with courage, accept responsibility for his decisions, and quit shifting blame onto others.
And
Don't be
don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, be a man, stop sitting down and throwing your problems on everybody else and blaming another individual or people for everything gone wrong in your life.
Analyst Jazz Math pointed out that Mayweather knew exactly what he agreed to from the start, fully aware it involved a professional bout. Backtracking now, he suggested, doesn't make sense when every detail had already been laid out clearly.
It's not like he didn't know what he was signing. Okay. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're at today.
Well, consequences are real as
yes,
well. So
absolutely.
what is the ramifications of him taking that money and then not honoring the contract?
I mean, each party have their own damages, right? The production company that we're working with, Everwonder, will help put this together and have a great relationship with Netflix. They're one of the premier live sports partners for Netflix. They have their own claims and damages. We, Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao Promotions have our own claims and damages, right? We're sitting in a limbo right now, not knowing if this man is going to step in the ring or he's not going to step in the ring. Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business, but this is like as high as it gets on.
Pacquiao also stressed that Mayweather cannot simply walk away from the agreement or dodge a rematch. He made it clear he wants another fight, believing he didn't perform at his peak the first time and deserves redemption.
For me, I want this fight because the last time that we had, I'm not 100% conditioned because ready for the fight because I have injury, shoulder injury. So that's why right after the fight, I go straight to the hospital and get operated.
Do you feel like he's ducking?
Sources claim Mayweather is currently under heavy legal and financial strain, with potential penalties surpassing $100 million tied to the Netflix rematch conflict. On top of that, there are concerns his boxing gym might shut down due to unresolved payments.
Is now under investigation with the IRS. He apparently owes the IRS $7 million and they're looking to put a lien on his stuff. He's having issues with money, and Floyd Mayweather took the advance money from Netflix to face off against Manny Pacquiao in a rematch September 19th, and it's official on BoxRec. And so Floyd Mayweather's going through financial issues, big financial issues, right? And he's trying to recoup money any way possible. But he signed and took the advance from Netflix to fight Manny Pacquiao in a rematch in September in a real fight, only to turn around and say, it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition. That's after he already received the advance money.
Additional reports mention an IRS lien of around $7.3 million, along with ongoing contract disputes, further tightening the pressure on his financial situation.
Fight at the Sphere on Netflix. So he's reneging. And Manny Pacquiao is not happy, Netflix is not happy, so on and so forth, right? With that said, it said that Floyd Mayweather's boxing gym, the famous Mayweather boxing gym, has been receiving issues because unpaid money, right? And so it's on the verge of being shut down, allegedly. I was just there. And now it's widespread reports that Manny Pacquiao got wind.
Pacquiao admitted he feels sympathy for Mayweather, suggesting he places too much importance on wealth and public displays of luxury instead of focusing on humility, respect, and accountability.
What was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
It's kind of, yeah, he's boastful. I think his god is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him. I'm pity with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah. I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think
the number of legal battles surrounding Mayweather continues to grow. One case involves a $1.3 million dispute over high-end jewelry, adding yet another layer to his financial controversies.
I'm from a high-end Miami jeweler claiming he owes $1.375 million for luxury watches and chains. According to court filings, Mayweather allegedly purchased 27 watches and 15 chains, totaling $1.675 million from AJ's Jewelry last August, but paid just $300,000. 5 checks reportedly bounced. The lawsuit follows other recent legal issues, including a New York claim alleging he owes $330,000 in unpaid rent on a Manhattan penthouse, along with a separate federal case in South Florida involving a reported $4 million jewelry dispute. The 50-0 former champion is scheduled to return to the ring in September for a rematch against Manny.
Commentator Wade Clemens raised serious doubts about the alleged contract breach involving Netflix and the planned Pacquiao rematch. According to him, only 2 explanations seem likely. Either there was a major breakdown in negotiations and documentation, or Mayweather is intentionally trying to reshape the deal for financial advantage. What stands out most is the claim that he received an advance payment before the fight was even finalized, something highly unusual, especially when the event itself is uncertain. While upfront payments can happen, publicly undermining a deal after receiving funds raises major red flags.
Even got to the fight. I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a bag. Floyd has done this for years. He has done this for years, especially after his pro career. When he was doing these exhibitions, he would not show up to things he was obligated to do, take advances. Even the Deji fight, you can ask Deji. I was there. Floyd demanded that they pay him some insane amount.
Wade added that this might not be a one-off situation. He pointed to similar patterns in past exhibition matches, including the bouts with Deji and Logan Paul, where last-minute changes and financial disagreements created confusion. Reports suggest Mayweather signed multiple agreements for a professional fight with Pacquiao and may have already been compensated. If that's true, it could officially place him in breach of contract, making legal action from Netflix and Pacquiao's camp almost inevitable, potentially becoming one of the biggest controversies of his post-boxing career.
Actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions, and obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially scamming royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane. Now he's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight is an exhibition. And if this is all true, which again, this is Team Pacquiao saying this, but again, I think Mike Coppinger also reported
Mayweather's image has long revolved around wealth, luxury, and visible success. Flashy watches, custom jewelry, and designer fashion defining his brand. However, a recent dispute involving a jeweler highlights how that image may now be clashing with reality. According to the complaint, the jeweler trusted Mayweather under a "you're good for it" arrangement, allowing him to take expensive pieces with payment expected later. While such trust may have worked in the past, this time things reportedly fell apart. The lawsuit claims only partial payments were made, with several checks bouncing. Records suggest roughly $300. Zero was paid, leaving about $1.375 million outstanding despite repeated attempts to settle privately.
For it, you'll give me later. And in the past, maybe they had this arrangement and it works. But in this new lawsuit and complaint, he's saying that for whatever reason, allegedly, Floyd defaulted on that and then sent partial payments, but not the agreed upon amount. And then he's claiming that Floyd Mayweather had checks that he sent to pay back this debt owed, and they bounced. According to court records, AJ's Jewelry says it only received about $300,000 in payments, which leaves roughly $1.375 million owed. And that repeated attempts to reach Floyd to resolve this debt have been unsuccessful. So this suit also lists and details how transactions were handled, and allegedly there was a breach of contract.
This situation reflects the risks tied to maintaining a lifestyle built on constant displays of wealth. High-value items like luxury jewelry may symbolize success, but they can quickly turn into liabilities when payments become disputed. For someone known as Money Mayweather, these issues raise questions about whether his image of endless riches is now being overshadowed by legal troubles and unpaid debts.